Give me smiles from chemical spills. Shut me down like nothing spill. Feed me love in the shape of a pill. Take my hand, be my prey to kill. Hard to obey when you're making a name. Got pawns with the cage just to pawn the game. I need pain, just pain like Monet. Every motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day.
What up, what up, what up? I'm Jake.
I'm Jim.
Welcome to Secret Hideout, place we talk you can't bring to the dinner table.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. What up, Enzo?
What's up? What's up, guys?
What was that all about?
I just cut the song at the wrong time,
Oh,
but it's not a big deal.
are you going to fix that?
Yeah, it's not even. We don't even use any of that.
I didn't
better
even notice
fix it,
something was
Jim.
wrong.
That's all I'm gonna post for this episode. Is just the beginning portion that we just did, the music video.
Music video.
We got Enzo here working. Look at working hard. He's like getting ready. He's like
Getting ready to search
What do
over
I
here.
need? What do I
Yeah.
need?
Put that game back on.
You guys can't put the game on.
I always have the game
We're just
on,
checking
bro.
it. We're just checking it.
Every episode.
Yeah, I know, but it's gonna delete. Look at it's exactly.
Look at that.
That's it. This is exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right.
I see you boys are on those liquid deaths again.
Yeah.
They're too good, man. I mean,
Jake Smash 2.
There's something in them. I do not trust them at all. I know y'all want like a sponsorship from them and everything, you know, like, ooh, look at that. But nah, there's something in this shit.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Something addictive.
Some nicotine?
Makes you smash.
Some nicotine in that bitch?
Something like that.
That wouldn't be hard. They'd be able to
I was
do
talking
that.
about how like it says, you know, you look at ingredients, it says mountain water.
This is for
and
sure
then
getting us a sponsor.
yeah, I know. Yeah, they're gonna love this.
And then CO2. Mountain water and CO2. Right? But like what is mountain water? Like what is the definition of mountain water?
So we don't know.
You know,
man.
so if I sue them.
What is the definition of mountain water?
This will get us a sponsorship. If I sue them, right, for something, and I'm like, oh, they're false advertising and tell me it's water, but I think there's something in it. You know, if I find something in it, they could just be like, well, I just see it like in court being out, like playing out like, oh, well, the definition of mountain water is basically whatever they want it to
XYZ,
be,
like
you
it's
know,
their specific formula.
yes, you know.
I got you. Whatever they allow to be in
So
it.
you think that
Words,
that's going to
bro.
make them want to sponsor us?
Words are spells, you know.
Words are spells.
So yeah, so Liquid Death sponsor us. I'm gonna fucking
Please
sue
do,
you.
man.
Words are spells. You heard it first. That's true, though. You know what that reminds me of is, you ever seen The Witch?
No, I haven't.
No? I just watched The Witch the other day, and the old English in that,
You just watched it recently.
yeah, like the old English and how it's like, it's that perfect period of like colonization, and they
Yeah.
really truly fear God.
Yeah.
Like they fear God to the point like that if they think even their child is possessed, that
They will
they're-
slaughter that
Yeah,
bitch.
they're gonna kill that. Just like, you know, whatever.
They will leave that motherfucker out in the cold.
Yes.
Yeah, to stop like a demon or a
Yes,
witch.
for sure.
All right.
Witch,
It was pretty good, or what?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's one of my favorites. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up.
Is
Yeah,
it more
it's-
horror or is it?
And no, it's like unnerving.
Okay.
Like makes you feel
Okay.
things.
I got you.
Yeah. I like that you just smiled right there. A little smile.
All right.
Makes you feel things.
Makes you feel things.
No, it's good though. But the English in it was what you're talking about. How words are spells. Like they like that's what they're using scripture as, like, to cast the demon from you. It's like a
The power of Christ compels you.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, those would have been some tough times, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know?
Can you imagine that? It's like it's almost like so glamorized now. It's like what we were talking about. Like, we want a homestead and
Yeah,
shit. And
exactly.
I'm like watching this show.
Kind of want to go back to that.
Yeah, you're watching The Witch. You're like, I
like-
don't know if I want to move to Texas
I don't know.
on a
if
bunch
this-
of land.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea. I don't know.
Seems scary.
Like, if the problems aren't there, like we have the problems of what we call, the city and the whole fucking the big picture of things. We're like, oh man, the problems will find you, and they'll
Yeah.
find you in some dark ways where you
Yeah,
think
but,
your
like, yeah.
your child's trying to kill you, or your child
Well-
wakes up one morning and they try to kill you because they think
that's
you're
some-
possessed.
I was talking more just about like the hardships of just like,
Fuck yeah.
you
Homesteading.
gotta build your own house
I
and
think,
like,
yeah,
Dude, we could do it, man.
not have heat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to do that.
No, you don't need to do that. But I
like-
mean, like, I feel like we could.
You can go live off the grid and still, if something happens, like,
Yeah.
you go to Walmart.
Yeah, you don't need to be
You know?
like so far from civilization.
no,
There's some hard motherfuckers. Humans were hard motherfuckers back in the day.
yeah, fuck yeah,
We kind of talked about that with the Columbus Day episode.
yeah, for sure,
About how like the dudes like sailing across the fucking ocean and shit.
yeah.
Hard as a rock.
Killing their kids if they're possessed by demonly spirits.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, they just did what they had to do.
Yeah, in the name of God.
But I mean, also, how common was that? I don't really know.
But it was it because
Like-
were they closer to God though? They were probably closer to God because they had less distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less
That
technology.
was, yeah, it's like how technology is our God now,
It's the anti-God.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
maybe even their work, like in that movie, they talk about like how, like, this is hell. Like, this is hell.
Dude, I've had that thought many
And,
times.
Like,
Are they
we're-
talking about that in that?
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
gonna be saved from it at the end of this.
Really?
So-
They say that in that
yeah.
shit. Because I mean that's like the theory. That's kind of like flat Earth almost.
Yes,
You know.
it is flat Earth. For
That's
sure.
what they say in Flat Earth, that this is
Some
that we're in
I mean
it
a
right
branch
now.
of it.
Yeah.
Is that like we're in like we're in the hell, like this like prison,
Okay.
and beyond the ice wall of Antarctica is like basically free society.
Yeah.
For
there's,
who
like,
though?
whatever's
Like,
beyond
we don't
it.
know.
That's what like UFOs would be. Like all the UFOs we see, they're not from space. They're just from like the free societies, like coming in and like watching us and looking at us and observing us.
Okay.
That's why they all go like into the ocean and shit, because there's probably like portals.
I don't know. Like they say, that's what they say they do. They go into the ocean. What do
A
you
lot
mean?
of them go into the ocean, man.
Okay.
Like
That's
a
where
lot
of
of
the
them-
sightings are.
yeah,
too,
there's
is
a
over
lot of
large
sightings
bodies
of
of
them.
water.
So I don't know anything about this stuff, but that's interesting that you say that that there's like a group of people that think that this is hell.
That's like
You know.
Christianity.
yeah, basically that is Christianity. And so.
That's where they get the scripture. That's where flat earthers get the scripture.
Yeah, but some
from.
people think like that you're in danger of like going to hell after life in your
For sure.
afterlife.
Yes,
Yeah.
going to hell, but at the same time, when you look at it, like it says that this realm is ruled by Satan.
Principality, yeah. I don't know.
He's the god
scripture,
of
but
this
of
this world,
yeah. And I think about like,
and that's why Jesus is going to come back in the second coming and do what? Deliver us from here.
yeah,
yeah.
Take us from
So
here.
back in the day where they lived only through the scripture, that's how they lived, and they thought that they were going to move on to the next realm as long as they followed the rules. And got rid of the damned. That's part of the rules, getting rid of the damned, and even if it's
yeah.
your child or whatever. And
Maybe that hell that like they think we're going to hell.
Yeah.
Maybe like we are in hell, but after what is it called? The rapture? Is it the rapture?
I
where
don't
he
know
comes
if
back,
I don't
or-
know if I believe in the rapture. That's like I don't know where that comes from. I don't know if that's the way it plays out. But go on.
I'm just
what were you
saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. Like maybe after if Jesus comes back and delivers everybody from here, then this place, whoever stays here, it just gets worse. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you there. I agree with you there. I just was thinking hell in terms of like, think of like an addict, you know? Like an addict, they're already like living in their own personal hell, you know what I'm saying? In some ways, like, you know,
Yes.
like, or like if you have whatever it is, like some people have, everyone's got
We
demons.
all are.
Yeah, everyone's got demons.
That's the point. Yeah, that's the thing. Is
That's
that
more
we
what I
are in
meant.
hell. But it might not even be like hell per se, but at least a prison.
Yeah, it's like in our minds.
We're in
you
a
know?
prison.
Like-
that's why you want to, transcend it. And
Yes.
even that's where, in flat earth, or even people who are like all about energy and stuff, think that when you're done, you're going to move on to the next one, opposed to doing it over and over again, which would be living in a constant state of hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy sh!
Yeah, there's actually like a good like circle thing about how like, what is it? Like reincarnation, reincarnation?
Yeah.
Reincarnation. What is that?
Reincarnation?
Reincarnation. That's what I'm thinking of. What religion what is that? Like Buddhism?
Yes.
So like that, and then like Christianity, like they're both like a circle, like you do a good thing or you live a life and
Comes back around.
it comes back around until you figure it out, and then it goes to the center, like you keep doing everything until you figure it out,
Right, and then you are, like you
and
said,
then you
are
get
able to transcend.
Yeah,
Okay.
you learn your lesson.
Yeah. So that's our weekly Bible lesson here on Secret Hideout.
I got a
If
picture
you
of hell in
want
the
more
background,
of these, you can go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to Secret Hideout Podcast, and then make sure you go to the Instagram. This is my
yeah.
job, Enzo. We talked about this earlier. You know what I mean?
What?
The J. Can you say the J?
Oh, what? Yeah, I got what
Me
you're saying.
trying to
I got
sell
what
it.
you're saying. I was like, wait, what? I thought you were talking about the
Oh yeah,
image
you
I
never
had.
gave him that smoke.
It's all good. We just give him that smoke real quick. We'll give him the smoke throughout it.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties going on
When?
before this episode.
Oh,
For every
okay.
episode.
For every episode, yeah.
This is technical difficulties. Like,
Yeah,
that's what this is figuring out technical difficulties.
I finished Squid Games.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I really liked it.
Yeah, it's great.
I thought it was fucking fantastic. I kind of want to do a little bit of spoilers too.
Do it.
So if you're listening, you haven't watched Squid Game, go watch Squid Game. But this is spoilers for it. So spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for Squid Games.
Yeah, fast forward like 5 minutes. Yeah, I really liked it, man. I thought it was fucking fantastic. And when it ended, I was like, okay, like this is something like I'd want to rewatch because I feel like there's probably a lot of like Easter eggs and stuff in it. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to rewatch this anytime soon, just because of how our schedule is. And so I just like looked up some Easter eggs and shit, and like, dude, like, it's there, man. The writing of the show is fucking brilliant. Like, first off, like every main character's death is like foreshadowed,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and then just like there's just so many like little small things and hints. Like the old guy, right? How he's part of it.
Yes.
So like if you watch like the tug of war scene, the camera like pans when they're all like laying on the floor, right? And they all have chains on with like a lock on it, and when it goes over him, there's no lock on his chains.
Oh, okay.
And shit like that. And then it's cool because like so at the end, do you remember when he meets the old man and when the guy's dying?
Yes.
And he's like up in that like apartment.
Yes.
And he plays the game with them. He says, "Let's play one last game." And it's like the bum that's dying.
Yeah.
He's like, "No one's gonna save it. Do you think someone's gonna save him?" He's like, "Yeah, someone's gonna save him." So that whole scene's brilliant because what it does is, that guy, the guy who won, right? He doesn't use his money because he feels like shit over what he had to do to get it, right? And he doesn't use his money for like a year, and he's all pissed off about it. And he's like, "How could you do that? Like we're fucking humans. We're not horses. I'm not a horse. Blah blah blah." And what he got him to do was he got him to bet on someone's life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he got him to do exactly what they were doing.
All right.
Instead of him going down and just saving that guy, he
Yeah.
sits there and plays the game and bets on him, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, and now he's a billionaire, just like him, right? And then the whole part before that, do you remember when he goes to the bank
Yes.
and they were like, "Oh, you haven't touched your money." They're like, "Well, you're a VIP now." They say that you're a VIP member.
Oh, okay.
Do you get what's going
Yeah,
on?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get what they're doing?
Yeah.
And
They're-
just like the cop's brother, he won it and now he's involved in it.
Yes.
So like that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
is
they're building it. Like
they're building it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they're making him become that without even him knowing it.
Yes. He's
Realizing
playing the game without knowing he's playing the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
You know. And then one thing that really really threw me off and I had to look into because I couldn't grasp it because I didn't know if it was like a Korean type thing was the hair change.
The hair change.
Yeah, he fucking dyes his hair red.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like really out of place.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
really out of.
So what was the purpose of that?
So I looked into it, and the director commented on it and said that it was about he wanted the character to do something that he would never do
Okay.
because he's like a new person. So it's like a transformation, and he's like, he wanted the lead character to do something crazy that he would have never done before, and like, what's the most crazy thing he could do would be to like, dye his hair red and stand out. Hope we didn't ruin this for you, Enzo.
No,
No,
it's
it's
all right.
cool. I seen it.
I
and
mean-
I seen it. And I don't even remember what he's talking about.
Well, honestly,
I'm
like
like,
even hearing you talk about it, I'm like, man, there just seems like so much is going on. Like, I mean, I know you gave the summary of it that last.
Do you think that there's
podcast.
going to be a second one?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was so big, it blew up too hard.
They're
for
probably
there-
going to fuck it up though.
for there not to be a second one. I don't know. I hope honestly, dude. I don't know I don't know the name of the director, but I'm excited for him to do another season. I'm excited for this guy's work. I think they did a fantastic job, like the whole production team. The cinematography in it is fucking great. The colorist was great. The color grader.
Yeah.
And then the writers, I thought the writing was great. I thought overall it was just really good, and I'm excited to see more stuff from. I hope it takes this team, whoever worked on this. I hope it takes them and it kind of brings them into Hollywood.
And, like they do
So they
like
could
more
start
things.
So
and
they
stuff,
could do
yeah.
some more so they could do American stuff.
Yeah.
Some American stuff. Get the
Speak
devil.
goddamn English.
Get the devil in us.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling this to Jim before. I feel like the era of the movie is just gonna be going away because a lot of these series are just so fucking good and they can just describe the plot so much better in an extended period of time. Like they don't need to rush it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. Like
I feel that.
I
will take a limited series over a movie any day.
Yeah. And
Any day of the week.
I just saw Dune, and that was something that was like, I was kind of like really excited for the plot, and it was the same kind of thing. Like they just
Smashed it.
squeezed it in to fit, and I just feel like
That's what okay, so I don't know anything about Dune. Okay.
Yeah.
I know like very small amount about Dune. Because I had a coworker explain it to me like a year ago. And I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But from what he was how he was explaining it to me and how he was telling me it's a series, it's a book series. And then the whole, I guess who was his name? David Lynch made a version in the 80s
I think so.
that
Yeah.
got shit on.
Yeah.
It's like a cult. I guess you could say it has a cult following to
following,
it
yeah.
because it's Lynch, who I don't like.
What other things did he direct?
He did
He does that
what the
show
fuck's that show called?
Twin Peaks.
Yeah, Twin
Okay.
Peaks.
He's got like weird movies. I don't like him. Everyone likes him because
I
it's
guess.
edgy or some shit. But anyways, so he did one, and I guess people were complaining that it wasn't Dune.
Didn't
like,
hit right, yeah.
You know, and so he was explaining how it's a series, and the way he was explaining it to me, it sounded very complicated. It sounded very Game of Thrones.
A little bit, yeah.
A lot of families involved and stuff like that, like a lot of politics going on. And so I was like, man, like it feels like it's something that shouldn't be a movie.
Yeah, I didn't even know about the book or whatever beforehand, but I was with someone that had read the books, and they just were like, yeah, they just skipped like entire sections to squeeze it all in, and it did feel rushed.
And that's like, I feel like Dune, like the way Dune is explained, especially from fans, like, so a lot of people say Dune is like Dune is the inspiration for like most sci-fi.
Yes.
Like Star Wars, everything like that.
Well,
like Dune came first. Like Dune was like
there's a connection to Star Wars and Dune. I think we talked about it in the last episode. It was someone was supposed to do, maybe Lucas was supposed to do Dune, but he did Star Wars instead.
I don't remember talking about this.
There's something to that.
I didn't know that.
But anyway, it's like the inspiration for like a lot of sci-fi that we know of today. So if I just feel like it's something that should have its time taken with, like.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
It should be drawn out and
a little
explained.
bit. And
they did it with Game of Thrones. Like, why wouldn't you do the same thing with Dune?
Yeah, you guys got to see that.
Game of Thrones in space.
Did you ever end up watching it?
What?
Game of Thrones, dude. You guys got to watch
10
that.
seasons?
We
so good,
started
man.
watching it, and we got about like 5 episodes in, and it was running kind of slow, but we knew everyone was like, it starts off slow.
Yeah.
And so we were okay with that. And I wasn't hating it or anything like that.
Yeah.
But then like we moved.
Yeah.
Like we like moved and everything, and like shit got crazy for a second, and we fell off of it. And then that period of time went by to where like we would have to rewatch
those first 5 episodes. They're slow a little
so
bit.
it's like we just never felt like jumping back in.
Dude, you will not regret it, I promise you. Like, I promise you, if you...
But everyone out here says it ends like shit, though.
You gotta make that decision for yourself. Because the thing is, a lot of people are just, like, not on
that's
your...
a lot
they're
of
not
time
even on
to
your
invest
level.
in, Like, that's a lot of a time to invest in for something that's critically
I think it was
shit
good.
on for the way it ended.
I think...
Because everyone's like, it's amazing. It just ends like shit.
But the way that you're, like, into movies and the way that you're, like... into the artistic side of it, I think those people that say that are not even like on your level to even like make that call, in my opinion. Because
especially if you don't know the lore.
Well, I'm just saying, like, dude,
you know what I mean?
It's fucking epic, man. Like, you guys will not regret it one day if you watch it. But
I watched it, fell asleep about 4 times.
Yeah, you just gotta like power through, man.
But it's really pretty the whole time.
Yeah,
I saw a funny Babylon Bee meme that was like Dune. Something about Dune just spending millions of dollars having spacecrafts slowly ascend, like with millions of shots of spacecrafts slowly ascending, like because there's a lot of those like cool shaped spacecrafts just fucking coming off the ground.
Okay,
and it was a funny meme.
I mean, it's an artistically pretty movie.
Hans Zimmer did the score.
Same with this.
I think it's the guy that did Arrival, isn't it?
Yeah,
isn't that who directed it? Am I right on that? I'm not sure if I'm right on that. It is. Okay.
What's Arrival?
You've never seen Arrival, bro?
I don't think so.
Arrival's fucking good.
All right, bro. If you're gonna be on the show, you gotta
watch some movies.
You
I know,
watch
bro.
Some fucking movies, bro.
Yeah.
Arrival is like fucking a masterpiece of a movie.
100%.
Is it an alien movie?
Yeah. It's about
the one where like it telepathically talks to that woman.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not telepathically talking. So what it's about is these spaceships arrive, and they're not doing anything, and they aren't able to communicate with them. So they get these people that's their field. I forgot what
like
that's
language
called.
or something.
Like language is like their field, and their job is to go in there and figure out how to communicate with them, and that's what the movie is about, is them figuring out how to communicate, and then there's something to the communication that like blows your mind.
I think I've seen this before. Or like I haven't seen it. Someone was watching, I was like in the room, but It is a pretty cool movie. I like how they depict the
It's-
aliens and how they're communicating. It's
Dude,
like,
yeah, just like it's really good. Really fucking good.
yeah.
Worth a watch.
It's one of my favorites.
It gets
Yeah?
to me though. It's hard to watch because it's about like her. Like part of it is like her daughter died
Yeah.
from like a rare disease.
Yeah, yeah.
You
That's
know.
right.
You can't spoil Arrival though.
I'm not spoiling
Yeah.
Arrival.
Yeah, but
That's not a spoil.
no, it's not. But it could get into one. But it's a really good one. Dune,
I would suggest going home and watching.
I mean,
tonight.
yeah.
way
Alright.
better than Dune.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I would
I don't
agree
know
with
that
you.
for sure.
It is.
Dune was
It's
I
too
don't
fast,
know.
man. They squeezed way
I'm
too
sure
much.
they did.
Too,
There was
in.
too much. There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
because
it's
of
like-
that. So it's like there's a lot going on.
Is
with
it
this.
good though? Is it
I
worth
mean,
watching?
there's some cool scenes, but then there's
Is it
also
like a good story?
the story's badass, I think.
Okay.
But like they just rushed it. It just is like all squeezed in.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to.
But like, is it gonna feel squeezed in for me if I don't know anything about it?
Bro, honestly, I don't even know if like I had someone explaining it to me while it was going on, and so I don't know if you watch it like without.
Jim fell asleep.
fell
Yeah,
asleep.
Jim fell asleep.
Don't
so
let Jim tell you he watched this.
yeah,
I listened.
Jim fell
to
asleep. This is probably a 3-hour movie. Jim probably fell asleep like 25 minutes in.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, I watched Dune.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it was fast. It got squeezed in there.
It. I didn't know what was going on every time I woke up.
I know.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like
Every time I woke up, I'm like, who are these people?
they
What-
put a Game of Thrones into like a 3-hour movie.
yeah.
That kid is the main kid in it. I
Yeah,
forgot his name. Timothy Chateau or Chatelet.
He's
or
not
something
bad.
like that. He's going to be. Who's the director? Real quick.
Dennis Villanueva.
Is he for sure the one that did?
Yeah,
that?
he
Okay.
is.
So that kid's gonna be the new Willy Wonka.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing a prequel.
Wow.
That doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka always fucking creeped me out.
He's playing like a young Willy Wonka.
I thought
Hey,
you,
at least it's not like a trans.
Yeah, no, that's true,
They're not
man.
making him fucking
you don't know that
trans.
yet.
Yeah,
you don't know that
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
you
he
don't
probably-
know.
he's
You
probably
don't know
gay.
what Willy Wonka's gonna be.
he's gonna be gay.
Oh god.
Black Willy Wonka.
Oh my god.
Willy Wonka. I don't think they would do like a Willy Wonka in the hood, but
I was literally
should.
just about to
they
say
should.
Can you imagine the Wayans brothers fucking
Yeah,
getting
that'd be
that shit?
awesome. That would be fucking awesome.
Oh jeez.
The Wayans brothers needs to do Willy Wonka in the hood.
Ugh, the Wayans brothers. They got fucked so hard.
Why? What happened to them?
They got fucked
get
with Scary
canceled?
Movie.
Oh.
Yeah, they got that. It was like basically it was stolen from them. It was
Oh, okay.
taken away from them by Weinstein.
Yeah,
I think it was Weinstein.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they made the first two, and fucking and then they wanted more money for the third one. They had a third one ready to go, I think, and they wanted more money, and they were like, nope, and then they just fired them
Yeah.
and took the property, and then made shitty movies after
After
it.
that, yeah, and like ruined the whole franchise.
Ruined the whole
Sounds
franchise.
like a typical
Why don't you see producers on
movement that
IMDb?
someone would do.
You got to go
If they
to
were so
um,
inclined.
you got to go like see all.
Oh,
Should be able
okay.
to see all somewhere. But yeah, I forgot what it was called. It was called, so the original title for it was like the whole "Don't be a menace while drinking the juice" in South Central.
Yeah, don't be a menace while drinking your juice in
Yeah.
the hood.
You know,
That's the best
in the
one,
hood,
yeah.
South Central, or whatever. That's what the original title was like for this, because the Wayans brothers did that one too. You know,
Yeah.
and it was like scream because I know what you did last
Yeah.
Halloween or some shit like that. You know.
Jim, do you want me to look it up?
I mean, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
I'm like, why are you looking it up?
That's what you're supposed to be doing. 100%. I'm thinking, is this shit still on the screen right now?
I don't know. Like,
I started writing the Wayans brothers. I wanted to see who produced the movie.
the Wayans brothers.
The Wayans brothers produced it?
Probably. No, I don't know for sure. Let's see.
Hey, are we gonna sit on this? We don't gotta sit on this. Go to look up the China 2013 moon landing. Like, look up footage of China's 2013 moon landing.
All right.
I want to see something.
That's what you want to do? What do you want to see about it?
I want to see what it looks like.
Did they land on the moon with like
Supposedly.
a satellite, right?
Yeah.
Or something like unmanned craft,
Yeah.
a drone.
Let's turn the
Bring
safe
that up on the
search
screen,
off.
Jim.
Oh, I'm
Is there
seeing
video?
it.
Go to videos. The
He's
video
controlling the
up
mouse.
there.
Oh, I have your mouse.
Yeah, you were for a
You
second.
guys are fighting over this, man.
All right.
We're gonna have to
Al Jazeera, right here.
I want to see footage, like actual footage. So there should be like a video button at the top up here. Go up
Yep, that's where I was. Let's see. This fucking Macintosh.
right there.
This is a great trial of having
I know.
the researcher.
Yeah.
Raw footage. Bring this up on the screen, Jim.
It's on the screen.
Okay, go to that one. So this says this is USA Today. Raw China lands spacecraft on moon. So this is going to be. If you're wondering what we're looking at, you go to our YouTube page.
I hope this looks as good as the
Watch this.
video you sent me.
Look
Jake.
at this. Look at this shit. This is what we're given. Look at black and white.
It's the best we got in
Black and
2021.
white. This is 2013, bro. But still,
2013, but still,
2013. Why does this look like 1960? Why does it look like
I don't know.
this?
I have no idea.
What the fuck
What
was
was
that?
that?
Look at that. Look at. That's the best footage. That's the footage from 2013. It's not like fucking China's like technologically behind us.
What the fuck?
Does this not look like it's fucking from like 1969?
Yeah, that looks old.
This looks like Space Odyssey, 2001.
What was Elon Musk doing? Where was he flying those rockets in 2013? I
Go
wonder
look
what
this
his
shit
rockets
up.
look
If
like.
you're wondering what we're talking about, just look up fucking China moon landing 2013 video and watch the fucking footage and tell me that shit don't look fake as fuck. Tell me it don't look like it's from 1969. Like that shit should be fucking 5K HD. So this is 2013, but like go to the rover on Mars footage. Get those 4K bring up the 4K fucking footage of Mars's landscape. Look at that shit.
I think that's
Mars in
Gotta be
4K.
fake, dude. This, come on.
That's a
fake.
computer.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's
what the
for
hell
sure
is this?
fake.
That one should be real right
Right.
there. Yeah. Nope. One.
This one. Dude, how do you...
I don't know. Any of them. Just go to any fucking Mars footage. The shit's basically in 4K. So you could tell me China.
I love that we're watching like a visual rendition of this.
Is this what this is right here?
It was like Mars, the video game.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
Yeah, this one. Mars
2013.
4K.
China doesn't have fucking 4K type, advanced cameras on the fucking moon.
That's just the desert, my
to
dog.
fucking that's closer to Earth than Mars, but on Mars, fucking 5 years later, we got basically
looking at it right
4K
there.
of the surface of Mars.
Yeah.
You know what? Always,
Right? Come on,
what-
that's not sketchy.
That's weird.
That's not fucking sketchy.
but why not just fake it? Why aren't you just faking it?
Maybe all of it's fake.
Fake, what do you mean?
Why don't you just fake it then?
Fake what?
Fake that. Right. Fake it the right way. If it's like, if you're able to do it.
Because I think they
Like-
are faking it, but they need to make it. They can't make it too advanced because it wouldn't look right to us. They think
Yeah.
we're dumb because we are.
Yeah.
Majority of the population is like, oh yeah, the moon, we on the moon. Oh, look at we on the moon. So they're like, we got to make it look recognizable for them.
Yeah, why were those pictures so...
No, that video.
Yeah, why was it so blurry? Why was
Well,
it...
I mean, it might be hard to videotape in the extreme elements of what they call the vacuum of space
Why is
Well, what
why
about
does
him?
Mars
Yeah,
look
why
fucking
does Mars
dope?
look...
because it's fake.
You know, why do I got HD? Why can I could turn on a certain channel on your cable and see HD images of the Earth in real time from the International Space Station, you know?
Yeah. I know. I don't
You
know.
know, if it's so hard because of if the space is so harsh, the environment of space is so harsh that it's hard to like capture 4K, then why do the suits on the new SpaceX astronauts look like they're fucking like tracksuits? You know,
Yes.
like you would think that they should look like fucking tanks.
Look at this.
Even the astronaut suits that we know, like. That's it, bro? Some fabric like that? That's all it takes? Some fabric? In space?
Is this a spacewalk,
Yeah,
Enzo?
it says NASA, Earth from Space.
Look how clear that shit
Live.
is. Look how good that CGI
Yeah,
is.
this should look like that then.
So why does China's moon landing look like that?
Because they fucked up.
Because it's propaganda, and they maybe just did exactly what the U.S. did probably back in the 60s. Or, I don't know, man. It's crazy to think about, like...
Just saying.
Yeah,
This is to show the curve right here.
Yeah, this is where
they're
they have
like,
to-
look.
There was some shit. What was it? Do I have a picture of it or anything? They mentioned
Now
it
that
was
looks
someone
good
from
right
it was
there.
like someone from like the NIH or the I don't know if it was the WHO or some health. It was some health official person like doing a press conference, and he was like, you know, the Earth's not flat. We don't think the Earth's flat. He's like, we got to get vaccinated. We're smart. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
like he was using
Yeah.
that to be like
Like-
an argument?
No, it just didn't fit.
Yeah, like he threw it
didn't
in there to
fit
like
at all.
compare anti-vaxxers with flat earthers.
Kind of. I guess you could say that, but like it also it's just like to me it was more like hey, this flat Earth thing's catching on too much.
Yeah, there's a lot of people shilling
Throw
against it.
throw that out there. The Earth is not flat.
Yeah.
Get your vaccine.
Get your vaccine, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Jeez.
It's like, why do you have to mention it then? Like, why do you have
I
to
know.
be so?
I wondered that because, like, I just saw Bill Burr,
Why are they talking so hard against it?
and Bill Burr was, like, super hard shilling against, like, everything.
Was
Like,
this recently?
Yeah, I just seen him last Wednesday
Okay.
at the Fox.
Oh, you went and saw him in
Yeah.
person.
He's a
Okay.
fucking master.
Was it a new
He's a master at
Yeah.
it, though. It's one of those things that you're like, I might go get the vaccine after this.
Are you
Like,
serious?
He did a good job. He did
Wow.
a good job of it. But he is like he had like a long bit in the opening about, and he was like comparing flat Earth and like people that don't like trust scientists and stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, he did it I'm telling you, like he did it a good way.
Well,
Like,
it's easy to.
it was.
It's
but
easy to make fun of.
No, it's a hack. It's a hack premise for sure. But he like
Yeah.
killed it. He killed the premise. Like it is a stupid premise, and it should all woke comedians should be like using it. But he did it in a good way.
He typically doesn't go. You know what's funny though is Bill Burr is typically not on the side of the woke.
Dude, he's in the Mandalorian and shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's
Is
on
he really?
he's on fucking Disney's payroll. Like
Yeah.
like as funny as Dave or Bill Burr
Bill Burr?
is, like motherfucker sold out. Sorry.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't know
sold
he was
his
in
soul.
the Mandalorian.
That motherfucker sold his soul.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
It's funny
in all
as
this
hell.
Shit. Like,
But before this, though, I wouldn't have been able to tell, quote unquote, that he was like controlled opposition. Is what I'm getting
No,
at. Like I couldn't tell before that he was controlled
because
opposition.
he probably wasn't,
Yeah, because he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was probably being real.
Yeah,
and that's why.
like up
even-
until Paper Tiger. That's
That's
the last one.
yeah, that's
You
a
know,
good special too.
it is.
It's a
But
great
he's not
special.
woke in that.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
But it seems like all this shit, I don't know, he's all super, he's always been like super scared of COVID and shit like that. And it just seems out of character of him.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going
Yeah.
on here?
When did COVID happen? 2020. When did he start filming for fucking Mandalorian? When did he start getting that Disney
2019.
that Disney money?
Straight
2019.
up.
2019. They were like, "Hey,
Straight
you're
up.
a super class. We're gonna
Yeah.
invite you into the elite.
Straight up.
You know, you're gonna be one of the last one that stays alive.
I seen
You're
it
gonna
in the
entertain us
special,
like a
bro.
jester.
Was he great in the Mandalorian? Yeah.
Did I love it? Yeah.
right?
He was dope in The Mandalorian.
That's what I'm saying. Like even this, like,
But I know I could see it. You
Yeah.
know, like I could see whose soul.
and
is on
when he's
fire.
doing his bits, they were those ones that were like I felt
It's your
like
gift.
shilly, like shill way. Like they just didn't fit. They didn't.
The
fit.
jokes were?
no, they didn't fit his
Yeah.
because it's not his thing.
Because that's what happens, bro. Like it's like this podcast. This podcast ever were to pop off or some shit, I'm
Yeah.
out, bro.
Yeah.
I'm out. Jim, buy me a house and a car. You know, like, but I'm out. Because you guys got to sell your souls.
I'm working on it.
Jim's like, I'm trying to get there, bro. I don't know about you, but
Because they're gonna be like, look, if you don't start talking about this, we're gonna kill your whole family.
I'm gonna be like, Jake, it's just your family, dog. All right, come on, man. Remember how much fun we had?
dude, no, this
out.
is what they
I'm
would
telling
do.
you.
They would
I'm out.
hire a director.
Once Jim, if Liquid Death's like, yo, we're gonna sponsor you, I'm out.
Oh, motherfucker. Fucking up this. But we can always have Athletic Brewing come.
I'll help us get there. All right,
Yeah,
I'll stay
yeah,
until
you can help us
you get there.
Exactly. Cool. Well, because what they'll
But
do
you gotta
then,
buy me something.
they'll
you got-
find someone who looks just like you, and then they'll like pay you behind the scenes to like write it, or they'll
Yeah,
just
exactly.
find a
That's what I'll do. I'll just have you send me transcripts,
Okay.
monologues. Like, hey, this is happening. Tell me what you think about it. Or I record your voice and we just superimpose it over somebody.
No.
A picture of you. I just record all of our phone conversations.
just got like Jake at the bottom with like that like electricity or whatever, Solid
Yeah.
Snake.
Solid Snake.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
reference. That was a fucking badass game.
Dude, it was, man. And
What
you know
game?
what was the best part about it was going to your house and your dad was like getting into it hard,
Yeah,
bro. And your
dude.
dad was like not a
Yeah.
video game guy, but he was
Was
like
this
into
Metal Gear?
it, dude.
Metal Gear.
I never
Gear.
fucked with Metal Gear.
Did you ever
Other than
watch
when I
my
came-
dad play it?
No.
No, dude,
No.
watch it. See, this is what I was talking about with twitching.
Yeah.
Like, because the idea of twitching to me was always like stupid. I'm like, why would anybody like watch other people play video games? And
Yeah.
then I
As
thought-
we're watching the hockey game.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought back to watching my dad play Metal Gear Solid, and my dad fucking I don't know what was
He
so
was just into it,
entertaining.
dude. Yeah.
You remember watching my dad
Yeah, I
play
do.
Metal
That's-
Gear
Your
Solid?
dad was always into like Rainbow Six type shit.
after
wasn't
Metal
he?
Gear Solid.
Okay.
He
so
made
Metal
it
Gear
cool
Solid-
Yeah.
for me. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was cool after watching his dad like get into it. You know
Shout
what I
out
mean?
Big Al.
Yeah.
How many games did he play of Metal Gear?
Just the first one.
Just the first
Yeah.
one?
The first one
Would
for
he just
PlayStation.
would he like play it, come home and kick you off?
I'd be playing and sucking. This
Yeah.
would be what because it's a hard game. It's like
Yeah, because I remember playing it at your house.
Yeah,
because I
it's-
didn't have PlayStation.
it's like hard. I don't
Yeah,
know what
it's like
about it. It's like
tactical,
It takes
like, you have to-
tactical
Sneaking around.
Sneaking
Yeah.
around, yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta be into that. Yeah.
and have patience or something that I didn't have. And my dad would be like, "Give me it, give me the
Give me it."
controller," and he'd fucking
Yeah.
play it, and I would just watch in awe.
Good
Because it was a
times,
great
man.
story.
Fucking looking
too.
down on you, like
Yeah.
disappointed in you.
No, he was probably stoked on it. He was probably like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna play it."
Yeah.
Because the story was good. It was a good game of unlocking the story. Because like it would have long cinematic scenes and shit.
Yeah, you'd want to get to the next part
Yes, for sure.
to reveal the story.
Yeah, and I couldn't do it, so I'm like, Dad, yeah,
You gotta help me.
you gotta help. You gotta do this.
I feel like your dad would like Grand Theft Auto
In a sense,
if you played it.
yeah. We played Driver. Remember Driver?
Dude, Driver was
Yeah, that was
hard.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good game.
Driver. Was,
Driver, you know, most people when you read about Driver, like majority of people who played it were never able to get past the first level, the tutorial.
I don't know if I was. I just remember
People weren't able to get past the tutorial
Yeah.
because, and I remember playing the tutorial at your house and not being able to do it. You had like a minute to accomplish like 7 things. It gave you a list of things you had to do in the parking garage, right? And you had like a minute to do them all, like do a 180,
Yeah.
hit the brakes. And then one of them was called Solemn.
yeah,
Slalom?
Slalom.
Slalom?
Slalom.
Like skiing?
That's a-
Like skiing.
Look that up
And
real
so
quick.
it didn't tell you what that was.
Wow.
And you had to go in between all the posts, the pillars in the parking garage. And so most people didn't know what the fuck that was because the internet wasn't popping then.
Yeah,
You
you have
know?
to get like a gamer mag. or
Yeah,
something.
and so they never explained what to do, and everyone was like, "Oh."
Slalom skiing, right?
So no, like so many people never got past the tutorial of that fucking game.
Man,
and we'd have to play like free ride or whatever
That was all I ever did. I feel like.
because you couldn't get past.
yeah, because no one could get past it to get into the story, dude. I got these liquid deaths, man. They're just
This kratom, bro.
it's great.
Running through them. Say bye, Enzo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember fucking what was the Star Wars game we played, man?
We already looked. We tried this already.
Did we?
couldn't
Oh
find
yeah,
it.
the way episode.
Yeah.
Way early episode.
Yeah.
I want that game every time like a Star Wars game comes out for like Nintendo or something, and they do like a remastering of a Star Wars game. I'm like, oh, is it that one that me and Jim played? Because I'll buy it.
It was like Jedi something, but you were partners. You could play multiplayers through that game was sick.
Game was so sick.
Hell yeah. Driver though. I think Driver actually was the reason Grand Theft Auto was
Driver was
made the way it was.
before Grand Theft Auto. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they took from Driver and was like, oh,
Yeah.
you
We
be
should
able-
do this.
Yeah, you should be able to get out of this car because that was the only thing about Driver is you can't.
Yes.
You're just the car.
It's Grand Theft Auto
Just
as the car.
Yeah, exactly. I remember like playing that and trying to follow the rules of the road,
Yeah.
and
Because it was very easy to crash and blow up.
oh yeah, and it was easy to piss the police off. And
Yeah, you like honk and
yeah, yeah. I remember
they start ramming you.
I'd follow them, and then they'd be on like a hill, and their car would go backwards and hit my car and light the lights.
And they fucking freak out on you
Yeah.
and blow you up.
There's probably some programming to make me hate the police.
Woke ass gamers,
yeah, they're like,
game designers.
for sure.
What else we got on the table?
Wings are down 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
So I've been learning a lot about, not really learning about it, but hearing about it. There's a lot of talk about Saturn worship and how Saturn worship is the equivalent of, Satan worship.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
And like black cubes. Like when you look at if you bring up a photo of Saturn, like the top of Saturn, like type in like top of Saturn. There's like a hexagon on the top of Saturn.
Yeah, it's like one of the storms or something like that.
Yeah, and it can't be explained.
Oh, like right there? That's interesting.
Yeah. And so everyone thinks that's the black cube.
What is
which
the black
is why that.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's the worship of that. And
That's
Saturn
fucking weird.
represents like Satan. I'm butchering
Yeah,
this.
no,
but
dude,
basically,
I've heard
Saturn
this.
and Satanism is the same thing,
yeah.
right? And like that's why we see so many black cube. Like there's a black cube statue outside of Rockefeller Center in New York. There's this big black cube
Okay.
statue. And there's just like black cubes everywhere, and so you got to be able to look. You know, we see all the Satan symbolism in celebrities and shit like that, and like media. But also be on the lookout for Saturn shit. You know, like Adele just posted a few days ago. Adele posted some shit, a picture, and it said like, if you look at her, she's wearing Saturn earrings and she has a Saturn tattoo on her arm.
Bro.
You know, and that's why like you see so much Saturn everywhere, like Rugrats. Chucky, you remember Chucky from Rugrats? What's on his shirt? Like Saturn. Like it's used everywhere.
Watch this.
It's like the symbol of space for kids, basically too. You know, because it's so recognizable. It's the rings.
What is that?
Remphan, I think, is like in the Bible, and it's like they talk about how it's like Saturn worship. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where it is in here, but yeah, dude, that's crazy, man.
Bring up Adele's Saturn earrings. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that kind of shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna now. Shit,
Not Adele.
dude, they got them all, bro. They got them
Adele.
all. Like they.
Jim's
just-
like, damn, Bill Burr did a whole section on
Adele.
look at that, dude.
on
Look at
Saturn.
Saturn earrings, Saturn tattoo, man. It's
Yeah, remember she lost a bunch of weight, right? Remember she like, do you guys remember? I don't know if you would remember, but she canceled a whole bunch of her
Shows
tours
because
and
of
just
that.
everything, and it was for like health reasons and mental health and everything like that. And then she lost a bunch of weight. You're like, you know what that is?
What is it?
It's clone. She's a clone. That's a fucking clone, bro.
Oh man.
And now she's got Saturn shit all over her.
So what they do
That
with the
don't look,
original?
does that look like Adele to you?
I don't know what Adele
Huh?
looks like.
The
to be
new and
honest.
improved
Yeah.
Adele, right? The new and improved made Adele. You know how I feel about that shit.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a clone, bro. Clone
Where did you hear about this Saturn Worship
places.
Gotcha.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Sam Tripoli has a bunch of people
Bro.
on it that talk about it all the time.
They don't fuck around, man. They know what's up. People know what's going on. It just like we were talking about. There's all these different names for it.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
the cabal, the this, the
Yeah.
that, the Illuminati.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's different branches too. It's not just like one entity. It's just like a record label, you know, like you take a record label that a giant one like fucking Warner and you break it down, it's got sub labels, you know. And I think it goes the same for the shit that's running the show. There's something really big running the show. We're not allowed to know what it is or what it looks like, and it's got all these different branches that have different agendas, different jobs and different roles.
Yeah, but I mean,
you see this though?
or is I did see that,
Do you
dude.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
So
Yeah.
there is one. There is. I think there is
it's
one.
just like all one body, dude.
I think there is one that you can boil it down to, but it's just a hard one to talk about
What I
because
see-
it's a trap.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
Well, because
Stop
like you said, there's different groups, there's different strata, but then it's like, or is that just our attempt to like understand what this vast thing is? You know, like we're trying to understand all the different ways that it's hitting us, and we just see that it's hitting us from all these different angles. Oh, well, this one is hitting us from, you know, this particular angle, and that's that particular entity's group. Or is it just like, no, man, that's like all of it, you know? Like,
Yeah. It's kind of like connecting strings. You know, you got to find like who should be at the center of the, you know,
yeah, like
the string.
the Great
map.
Awakening map, like here, like,
Yeah.
you know.
I haven't seen. I saw this like when I was leaving work, so I haven't looked into it at all. But someone was pointing out that there's a ton of like symbolism in a new metaverse ad, Facebook's metaverse ad.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't know
check
if it's
that
a
out.
video or
Yeah, pull that
what.
up, actually.
Type in, go to YouTube,
All right.
type in metaverse and see if there's an ad. But I guess there's like a ton of symbolism, and one of them is a lion or a
Yeah,
tiger.
lion.
A tiger biting a bull or bison or some shit, and that's connected to some fucking ancient thing where basically the devil, they represent the devil as a tiger
and the buffalo. This one.
biting the buffalo.
Should I put it on?
Yeah. It's fine. I'm not playing it right now, anyways.
Why don't you play this on the screen?
Want me full screen?
I got it. No, you're
he's
good.
got it.
All right, go ahead.
So she's looking at a painting here. Oh, there it is. Now I bet there's other stuff in there. Okay, that's that was creepy.
This is the metaverse ad.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Facebook's changing its name to Meta.
Let's see
Yeah.
what else is in there. You got
It's all,
some
this is all crypto shit,
flamingos.
dude.
Okay, he's got some creepy. Look, see how they're staring at him? They're doing a trance on him. They're tranced. You see that?
Yeah.
Owl. There's the owl. Oh, snake.
In the garden.
Snake in the garden right there. Snake over them. See all the snakes dancing over them, like surrounding them.
It's kind of weird, bro. That
Whoa.
guy in the middle was freaking me out.
Look at,
there.
they're all in a trance. They're all being fucking tranced right now.
Holy shit,
Look at,
dude.
they're putting them in a trance. This is like witchcraft shit, bro.
That was
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked up. All right, like
It's fucking
fucked
weird.
up. Like I don't know how everyone doesn't see that shit, but like all the meta
You know-
ads, like
You know what helped us realize all that shit by watching it right there?
What?
We were watching it without sound.
for sure.
That's like a technique in like when you're like trying to train yourself to be like a cinematographer or something like that, you know, like if you like camera movements and stuff. They say to watch movies that you really like without audio. because it makes you focus in on what's happening. It makes you focus in on one thing. We turned on that video like, all right, we're going to look for symbolism, and we didn't allow it to distract us
the
with,
sound
with
didn't
quirky
distract us.
music
Yeah,
and
what is the
everything
music
like that.
in
You
that?
know?
I don't know.
Just play a little bit of it.
All right.
And so we're actually seeing it for what it really is.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you want to know what we're talking about, watch the Metaverse ad.
Did you see the
on
ad
YouTube.
of him walking past people? Everyone's in the fucking, they're like, it's in an auditorium and everyone has Oculuses on. And,
I did see that.
And he's just walking towards the camera without one. Like,
Yeah, dude.
like
Like
I
a
got
god.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I got you, motherfuckers.
Look at the
Like,
screen right now,
Like
dude.
they were his slaves.
Facebook Metaverse ad.
Play the original.
It's the one we were watching. The one where they're in a museum.
Yeah.
For anybody that's not watching our YouTube.
It's the tiger and the buffalo.
The
I just
tiger and the
wanna-
buffalo.
just turn the
Metaverse
volume
ad,
up on that
and watch
computer.
it without volume. Fast forward a little bit, Jim. All I hear is the hockey game.
Oh, the hockey game's going to be on there too.
Yeah.
You
Don't
can
even
turn
worry
the-
about
Yeah.
that. Do it through the tab of the.
It's you're controlling the mouse, dude. I can't.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
My bad. You guys hear that? It's fucking that's witchcraft right
techno,
there, bro.
dog. All right, I can't turn this.
Who is
down.
that? Is that fucking Travis Scott music?
Close it.
No, I thought there might be a sound on that. It probably
It's
is on
alright.
Google. Oh, that's the sound right there.
Yeah.
That thing creeps me out, dude.
No, dude, those motherfuckers are under a spell.
Yeah, but now
That's what it's showing
But
you.
now they're vibing. Like I see it with the music though.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
now everyone's
it's,
vibing.
It's vibing.
Yeah.
It's trying to make it like that,
Yeah.
but the animals are actually putting them in that vibe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're putting you in.
Yeah.
That's why their eyes are all fucking crazy looking
Yeah.
at it and
The
shit.
the metaverse is grabbing you. Or meta. Why do, it's not the metaverse.
Metaverse is what it is.
What's this one? What is this? What is that? Is that Saturn right there?
Get the fuck
Was
out
that
of there.
Saturn?
I don't know. Go back.
What happened to that? I just saw a symbol for it, and you guys saw Saturn, right?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Type in Metaverse ad again.
I'm gonna hold up. Jim, you got the mouse.
Oh, I hate that. Working through a few things
Yeah,
here.
no worries. Facebook Metaverse Saturn. I wonder if it's
That one's creepy as fuck though too.
this one right here.
That's Meta. That's Meta. That right? That's
Yeah.
official
That's
Meta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's all over it?
Saturn.
What's all over it?
Oh, look
Uh-oh.
at that. Look at that. Here, hold
Oops,
on. Let me-
Saturn.
Let me pull that up real quick.
Pull it up.
Click the Saturn one.
Okay. Education in the metaverse.
It's the first thing they go to for kids is in dealing with space. Show them Saturn.
Yeah, turn the sound off now. Yep.
Boom, right in front and center. Zoom in on it. That's all we're gonna focus on.
Boom.
Did I not just
Yes,
tell you guys to
I
look
know.
out for Saturn?
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Shit's real, bro.
Yeah. So then what we're saying though is if you look into Saturn worship, like what is Saturn worship? And Saturn worship
Basically,
is all like satanic.
yeah.
Like it's dark magic. And it's
It's-
some Aleister Crowley shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
It's
We gotta
gonna be
get Sarah back
interesting.
on here with that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do with this metaverse and how
I'm curious to how's Australia. I forgot what she said about Saturn. I thought she said Saturn was like bad or some shit.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they look down on Saturn. It's like a negative. They don't look. They probably think of a more colorful way of describing
it's
it.
a bad time of the month
Yeah.
or time of the year.
That shit's important though. But now, what does that mean? Like to somebody who's like a flat earther. So if they don't even believe in Saturn, or
Say that again.
what would that mean to like a flat earther? Like Saturn worship. Like if they don't believe that space is real.
Well, there could be a lot of people think that there's, like planets and everything are still there. So there's a belief that like once you like above the firmament is like the ocean. It's like another ocean. It's like a layer of water. Okay, that's why like you can see commercials where there's like a famous like whiskey commercial, like Russian whiskey commercial, where it's like these two guys blasting off into space and they break through the dome, and then they're all of a sudden they're in like an ocean, you know.
Okay.
And so there's an idea of that mixed with like when you look at actual photos of stars, like actual like zoomed in telescope images, videos of a star, it doesn't look like what the CGI they show us.
Yeah.
It's like a blob that's like moving, and it can almost be suggested it's moving just like light moves in water. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's the idea of like those things are still there. They're just not what we're told they are. Do you know what I'm saying? They're just not like
Yes.
It's not in the model. It's not in the same
Yeah.
model that we've been taught.
Which is funny because
they
NASA,
still exist. And then there's also, if you go outside of flat Earth, there's the idea of that Saturn was actually the sun. It was our sun at a point.
I've been saying that shit for years. For
Are you serious?
For years, bro. All right. I've been saying that shit for years. Actually, more with Jupiter, but I also thought Saturn was also. I thought they were.
Yeah.
They were dual suns.
You got to get
What
like,
made you
like
think
there's
that?
a whole rabbit hole with Saturn. Like
Saturn,
there's people
dude.
that know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to Saturn worshiping and like have the history behind it. But again, I think it was on Sam Tripoli. He had a dude talk about Saturn a lot.
Yeah, not to discredit those folk, but I figured that shit out probably like super drunk one night.
How did you figure it out? What is it?
I
Like, what
came
did you
up
figure
with
out?
An idea that like that that Saturn and Jupiter were once our sun, and it's like moving away from everything, and that's why like the solar system looks the way it does, like with the planets surrounding them. Like I think that they were at one point in time a sun. But
Why do you think that though?
because there are these balls of gas
They're
that are
just, like,
floating
hanging
through
out out
space
there?
that they say, like you would imagine like a dying star to be. Like, what does the star look like when it's like dying?
Yeah, I don't
No
know.
one knows.
No one
Like they have
knows.
no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So when you go back into it, there's the idea that that's why it was worshipped so hard was because it was worshipped as the sun, like because it was our sun at some point. I don't know what happened to it.
That's
Maybe
when I
not.
began my Saturn worship. Just so
Bro.
you guys know.
And that's why we drink liquid death.
yeah. Look, I just typed in Saturn Worship. Look at it. They even have the Microsoft is a cube, Nintendo GameCube, Chevron, like all these symbols.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
cubes everywhere.
And that's because of the
Black cubes.
the hexagon on the top, right?
Yeah.
That is the black cube.
There's a cube that that guy's wearing.
What's
on
the
his
thing
head.
in the Middle East that they run around? Don't they all run
Yeah,
around
it's
a
like
cube?
yeah, a big black cube, and it's the Hajj or something like that. It's like when the Muslims go back to I forget where. Let's see.
That's crazy about the meta though. That was in there without us even knowing.
Look
Yeah.
at that. That's what it is. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's going to be the next evolution. Facebook and this meta thing. So it's going to be interesting to
I
see.
don't know if this is accidentally connecting Satanism to Muslim faith, but by me showing.
Because I mean, what we're saying is that it's in everything. I mean, I bet you could find it in Christianity. I bet you find some black cube shit there. You know.
I have no idea, man. Honestly, I've never really heard about this until you told me
not
about
in there,
the.
bro.
Yeah, not
Not
there.
in there. Not in there, bro.
Yeah. I've never heard of it until you told me about the
They
Saturn
were
and the
fighting.
hexagon.
They were fighting the black cube.
Yeah,
You know, that's
it's the eternal battle.
the eternal battle
Eternal battle.
against good and evil.
Yeah.
We're still in it today.
What else? What do you guys got? You guys got anything?
Do we got anything?
What do
You
we
guys
got? I
bringing
mean,
any-
just life has been going on as usual in the pandemic. Just living, staying free, unvaxxed, trying to, you know.
So the Smithsonian Magazine put out a little article. I don't know if you guys saw it. That climate change may cause increased rates of heart defects in
Yeah.
babies.
I also heard that marijuana
That's-
can cause heart attacks lately too. You know, it's such BS.
Yeah. So that's that's be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for all these new things related to heart problems.
Yeah, myocarditis and
because they need to cover up
Yeah.
the vax,
That's
which
true.
they're putting into kids.
yeah.
So now we're gonna see
News
heart
articles
problems at
and-
younger ages, and they're got to blame it on something other than the vaccine
We
that
gotta
they're
go
forcing
green.
everyone.
We gotta go green, bro.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Gotta go
We
green.
need to take out another like $1.7 trillion or something from
Yeah.
the central banks on interest of the taxpayers to avert this crisis. Clearly,
because we just killed a bunch of kids on accident.
yeah, exactly. You know, climate change is
Or
causing
not-
causing heart problems. now.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like
No, they're saying it
1984.
may cause. Right now,
Yeah.
everything is may cause it, so that when it starts happening, because they just approved vaccinations for 5 to 11-year-olds. Okay, they got the kids we talked about last episode. So what we're gonna start seeing is injuries. We're
I
gonna start
grab one
seeing
of
the
those.
injuries that nobody believes in.
It's literally like 1984, man.
And so they got to cover up for it now. And so they're getting it. They're prepping everybody for it. So when it starts happening, everyone's gonna be like, it's climate change.
or
fucked.
marijuana or whatever other excuse that they're going to use now.
But climate change is brilliant,
Yeah.
brilliant to use that because the fucking idiots out there who are all like global warming's
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Like, yeah, no shit, you fucking asshole. The Earth's been doing it for billions of years.
Yeah, before.
That's why we've had like 5 different fucking ice ages and then got out of the ice ages.
Ice ages.
You know, it's because the fucking Earth heats up and cools down. Like, that's what fucking happens. And
The biggest thing
So
is
all those
a government
fucking
isn't
idiots-
going to fucking fix it. That's the thing. They can't fix anything. Like, all
But
they
I'm
do
just
is
saying,
make things worse.
that's why global
We're supposed
warming-
to trust them to fix the climate? Like,
yeah, exactly. Global warming's perfect for them to use because of all those fucking morons out there that are screaming about it are going to buy into it.
Yeah. But you know what, though? I don't know if it's really because they believe it or because that's what their team is telling them. You know, their team, the blue team or whatever, is telling them that that's like a virtue and a value that they need to care about. And I mean, I really wonder like how many people actually know what's actually going on with climate or like anything like that. You know,
Nobody knows. That's why they
Well,
use it.
They're changing it. And they've been changing it, and conspiracy theorists have been saying, "Hey, they're controlling it. Those things you see in the fucking sky, those are chemtrails.
chemtrails.
And that's them fucking with the weather." And everyone's like, "You're a fucking idiot if you think that. They're not doing that." And then fucking, of course, it's China comes out and they're like, "Yeah, we fuck with the weather.
Yeah.
They did it before the
We
Olympics.
spray this stuff out of these planes,
Yeah.
and it causes this chemical reaction to happen." And everyone's like, "Yeah, man, that's they're
real."
saving us."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, dude, like fucking 5 years ago, you called me a fucking moron because I said that they're changing the weather.
Yeah.
know.
I
Dude,
know.
I saw a meme that was like the difference between like a truth or like a news story and a conspiracy theory is like 6 to 12 months at this point.
Yeah.
You know, because like everything
100%.
is coming true.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
I wonder, and that's what I wonder is like, is this really the? I mean, Enzo and I were talking about this earlier too. Is like, is it who is in control right now? Because all this shit is just getting pumped into our faces and like showing us, like it's showing us that it's happening. And I think a lot of people are waking up to it. I think that that's obvious. Like, yeah, of course, not everybody is, but like a lot of people are waking up to the fact of like they're lying. And they're lying.
Something's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
we never used. I mean, we would talk about conspiracies before, but we didn't talk politics or. I don't think we talked conspiracies this heavy.
No,
like,
and like
in our
It's
20s.
tapping everybody into like local government and like
Yeah.
things that you've never paid attention to. So under the pretense that like the crazy theory that Donald Trump is still running the show, like maybe he is. Maybe
Yeah.
that whole agenda is because they're obviously breaking down. They're using Sesame Street characters to like push medicines, and they're doing things that like seem so obvious, like, and people are calling them out, and then the people who hold the information are censoring like crazy because the shit's getting out like wildfires, but it's still happening.
It's still happening.
They can't control like they can't control the flow of the awakening. They can't control
Yeah.
it. Like everybody's still waking up. It's even if it's just like one thing at a time, like the Travis Scott concert or whatever.
The Rittenhouse trial, man. I've been seeing images online, people saying like, "Wow, I didn't even know any of the details before, and now I see like how misled I was." You know?
Yeah, and that's that's a good thing. That's happening right now too.
Yeah.
By the time this airs, there'll be a verdict for sure. But
Oh, dude, I think Posbiak is talking about how there's 2 jurors right now that are holding it up.
Yeah.
And then saying that they're probably scared of having their families doxxed and murdered.
Yeah, because that's what like the
what's-
mafia and communists do to people in like Eastern Europe and shit. That's like the craziest thing ever, that we're literally at the point of like Soviet communism is basically where we're at. Like,
oh yeah,
it's
Like
absolutely
this kid
insane.
might not get a rightful.
it's almost impossible.
Yeah, it's like impossible to get actual justice because the left, if you don't do what they want, they will burn your fucking city down.
Yep.
And dox your family.
Yeah.
And,
They understand
attack
is
your
force.
family. Yeah.
That's it. All they understand is force, and they're like,
And that is what you defend
yeah,
by having that ideology and rooting for, fucking woke leftism is like you're rooting for fucking
the iron fist. They think they're rooting
Yeah.
for some like freedom utopia. It's like they're rooting for the iron fist.
You're rooting for violence against cities and against people
Naysayers.
because they don't think like you,
Yeah.
and you defend it.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're defending right now with the Rittenhouse case. You're defending a convicted pedophile.
Yeah, you're a serial child rapist.
Yeah,
Like that's what you're defending.
And yeah, the guy
I don't
was
give
out
a
on parole.
fuck what you have to say. You're defending a serial child rapist that was attacking a young boy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what you're defending.
Once again, it's like it's ludicrous. Like it's out of this world. Like why are you talking about him like this? Like why are you saying that that this guy was here doing nothing wrong when he's coming out of fucking a psych ward from molesting children and like burning the city
down, exactly.
Like,
running around with a gun.
And Twitter,
that other guy had a gun.
And on Twitter, you could see all these leftists being like, if Kyle walks, burn the fucking place down, and like that's all okay. Like they're allowed to post that.
yeah,
Like if you're a leftist, you can go on Twitter right now. You can go on Twitter right now and go ahead, give it a try. Go on there. If you have fucking he, him, she as your pronouns and your fucking bio, go on Twitter and be like, if Kyle walks, his family, the jury's family should be murdered.
Oh, geez, dude, don't even say that. But yeah, like,
I'm just saying,
I
go
know.
on there and say that and see how if it gets taken down. I bet it won't.
yeah,
I bet it won't.
yeah, dude, we're
They
in fucked
might
up
take that
times,
down.
man.
they might.
They're not. They're not taking down people telling them to burn down the city and shit.
I've seen
Yeah.
like
That's
someone
what-
said something about the judge too.
Conservatives
He's
are,
had, like, couple
are
threats.
calling that out right now. They're being like, why is this shit allowed to stay on Twitter? Like, why is this
Yeah.
tweet allowed to be on Twitter? And like, all I did was say like, I think Kyle Rittenhouse is innocent.
Yeah,
And I get fucking banned.
The fact like the what's at the core is like Kyle Rittenhouse did what men should have done a long time ago, really, which was like take back the streets from all these people that are just trying to like destroy our communities, our families, etc., etc. Like, he was a 17-year-old kid. He probably thought he was invincible. He went out. We all know the story, but it's like, I mean, in reality, I feel like every man wants to protect their family and their community.
I don't think many men have like the courage and like the patience to handle a situation as that 17-year-old did, because
I know,
it was
I couldn't.
all documented, and it's like you see it, and the worst part is the mainstream media is framing him like a mass shooter,
Yeah.
which is fucked up. And they're doing it with imagery and everything. You look at the imagery; it's like a mugshot photo of his face, and they're trying to like say the Wisconsin shooter, And it's like they're framing it, but when you watch it and it's all out there, it's all on the internet, you can see the whole fucking thing happen.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the poise that he shows,
Yeah.
like with his trigger discipline, with his, I mean,
The way he goes back to the bodies.
There's
the way
only
he goes
one
to the
time.
cops.
There's only one time when he shot and missed, and he's getting kicked in the fucking head, like he's getting his head stomped in.
And
which they're like,
and
he only tried to attack you with 1 foot. Like the prosecutor let them make.
But
Like,
see, the
prosecutor's
whole
a fucking
the whole man
clown.
thing though, the whole men not should be out there doing that. The problem is though is that most men, even like hardened men that can walk the walk
yeah.
as they talk it, they don't want to do that. They don't want to have to go out there and do that because they don't want to be in the situation Kyle Rittenhouse is in right now.
Yes.
And they think about that. You think about that. It's like I won't even go to certain parts of the city sometimes.
Same.
I don't want to take my kids to like the city, the liberal city, because I don't know if a BLM protest is going to break out at any moment.
Yep.
And like I don't want to be caught in that with my kids.
Yep.
So it's like as an adult and a responsible person, I got to think about that shit and think ahead and play smart and be like, all right, like I don't want to do that and
100%.
be involved in something. And whereas Kyle, like we were saying, he's a 17-year-old kid. You said he feels invincible.
Probably felt invincible. I mean, when
He
you're like
doesn't-
that age.
And so like you're 17 years old. You don't have too much responsibility. Like you're a little bit more carefree.
That's like when you don't have a choice.
I'm gonna
when
go.
you're backed in a corner.
I know there's gonna be a riot. I'm gonna go there and help
Yeah, that's
and
like
be a medic.
Why do you
Right.
think
Quote
we
unquote,
send 18-year-olds to war?
Exactly.
I mean, that's why.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's not. I don't think because I know there's a lot of people out there being like, oh, like everyone's just talking to talk, and like all these guys are talking to talk, and it's like I don't think it's really they're just talking to talk. I think it's just
the right time
there's-
hasn't come yet.
it's gonna.
It has to
and
really
it's-
be desperate.
And I hope it doesn't get to that point,
Yeah.
but it will eventually, and that's when it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know?
And you gotta think like which side do you really want to be on when that's happening?
And what side do you want to be on? And let me tell you, like fucking, I get that there's a lot of like veteran like leftists out there, and I get that there's a lot of leftists out there that like guns and know how to use guns. But I'm still gonna follow the fucking conservative ones.
Yeah, I know, dude. For real.
Because I know for a fact that the conservative ones do it better.
Yeah, and show more poise probably
You know.
too, and that's really what it's about: discipline and things. Conservative values. I mean, those are in conservative values is having discipline and.
Well, plus
you know,
we want
being
the
patient.
people that are going to fight for our actual country and not for a communist, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just saying you'll see
chaos.
people like you'll see like on TikTok you'll see like leftists being like doing on TikTok being like, you think conservatives are the only ones that have guns, and they'll be like,
Oh, I know.
And it's like, fuck you,
Okay.
you little bitch.
I
Like,
know, yeah, fuck you. Exactly. Or I saw one
You
that
gotta
was like,
think of the
like
numbers.
you tell me to bet on a conservative gun nut going against a liberal gun nut. Like, I'm gonna put all my money plus more on the fucking conservative gun nut,
especially with like
bringing it out.
the state of our military nowadays. I don't know, man. Like, you ever see those videos where they show like Russia's ad for military
it's all,
recruiting,
like,
and then the
hardness
US,
and
yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then the USA one's like,
It's like, you want to be in the army. You must be the baddest motherfucker out
yeah,
there.
exactly.
We don't let women join us.
I don't think.
No. Yeah, and the other one's like, you're
must
so
be-
brave for
you
being.
must be rock hard. And then it's like ends. It's like, if you die, you die.
Right.
And it's like the army. It's like, hey, queen, we go drive an army truck. I'm a man. Just kidding, I'm a woman. Bang bang.
Oh shit, that's funny. That's true though. I mean, I don't know how that. I don't know what that means though, because it's kind of a scary thought in the long run of like what happens is like then you're preparing for civil unrest and you're preparing for. But I mean, it's the reality of the world we're living in.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to the Rittenhouse thing. It's just fucked up that they're like, this kid might not walk because of fear.
Yeah, they have such a hold on the.
Yeah.
You know, because
Everything,
of the
man.
fear of violence against these people that, you know, they probably in their head, they're probably like, this kid's totally innocent because everything we see and everything they've shown is clearly shown this is self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want my house to be on fire when I go home.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
know?
good, guys. It's
Yeah.
not good.
And it's like, how do they protect those people? They should, you know.
That's we talked about it before with the cop one, the Chauvin, whatever.
Derek Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin, what
Yeah.
happened?
We were talking about how like they need to do it differently. Like they need to stop. They need to hold the trials in secret, and then let the media come.
Yeah,
after
not
the
tell
verdict,
them when it was.
After the verdict comes out, then the media can come in and ask all the questions, and get
Yeah.
all the details they want.
Yep,
You know,
agreed.
Like
still have
100% in
jury and
secret.
stuff,
Yeah,
but
jury. Not allowed to talk about it. Like until a verdict is out, and then like the jury should never even be like revealed. I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
they use the press as a weapon in this case.
yeah, for sure. I guess it's like any. So what you would have to do is like, why don't you just do like Zoom jury? Like, why don't you just not have the jury? I don't know. You can't
Or,
do
like
that though.
anonymous
Yeah.
jurors and stuff like that.
I'm just saying because like no matter what, like somebody's gonna see him in that courtroom and be like, but you just do like the mass, you know, like the Mass Singer, like on NBC.
Yeah,
You just
dude.
put fucking ridiculous
Yeah,
costumes on
Yeah,
these
on
people.
They
each
might as
one,
well
so
at
they
this
can't-
point, right?
Yeah.
It's already a fucking circus.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
for sure.
Jim Brewer did a little bit on fucking,
Dude,
I think
it's so
Instagram,
fucking
where he's like
funny.
talking about the circus.
You sent it, or someone sent it.
Did I send that one to you
Dude,
guys?
Jim Brewer is such a G.
Yeah.
Or
I want to see him. I want him to come in.
It's on his Twitter.
I
for
want him
sure.
to come to Michigan.
Here, I'll
fucking
look
go
it up
to
right
a
now.
show.
Brewer or like
Yeah.
which spelling this
And,
one?
yeah. But he's like, look over here. Boom, boom, ba-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Kyle Rittenhouse. Boom, 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 boom,
I want
boom,
somebody to
boom, boom, boom.
animate it.
Yeah,
Like, it'd be sick.
Should
'Cause-
be animated.
I wonder how long ago that was. It might be on his TikTok.
no, it's definitely on his. It's on his Twitter, but finding shit on your Twitter is impossible.
Oh, is it this one right here? No. He's
Okay,
like all
it's
talking
on-
about his Patreon and stuff.
Getting that money.
Yeah.
Somebody sent it to me.
I sent it, I
You
think.
sent it, yeah.
I don't even know where I get most of this shit. Patriots.win and Gab.
Oh, Zadina got a goal, bro.
Yeah, I saw that.
He got a sick ass goal.
All right.
We were talking about.
I'm down
Zadina.
into October. This isn't.
Nobody knows who Zadina is, or somebody does.
Wow.
There's only 3 people listening to this right now,
Yeah.
and I think actually all of them know who Zadina is. So carry on,
Carry on.
carry on.
Anyways, Jim Brewer does a little bit about the circus of how, you know, and it is. I mean, anytime there's a big profile court, you know, trial.
I got it right here.
On Nebraska tonight, tomorrow night, and are you
It's Jim Brewer.
enjoying the great distractions? Stress I am. Wow.
Here, I got it on the
What
screen
a
too.
show. Let's talk about this Rittenhouse kid today. Well, clearly he's an American hero. What are you, some kind of animal? He murdered people. Yeah, no, it was in self-defense. Self-defense, he should have never been there anyway. What's a 16-year-old doing with a gun? Well, he was trying to defend some real people. Did you see the people he actually killed? They were monsters. I know, but nobody. If anything, I think we should take guns away. If anything, I think he's the right reason why we need more guns.
Dude, Jim Brewer's been like on fucking point for like the last like 2 years.
He just doesn't he doesn't fucking care. Like
Yeah.
he's just like this shit's all out here.
What are you, an animal?
It's funny. Jim Brewer is always like my favorite part of like Half Baked. And
Oh
shit,
yeah,
you know?
for sure.
I used to love watching Jim Brewer stand-ups back in the 90s. like,
His
when I was
stand-ups are
young.
still fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
His stand-ups still rip.
But like I
He's so
used to love
animated.
his like his stoner like
Yeah, for sure.
you know. Yeah, man.
Dude, I just found out that Alex Jones and Joe Rogan are on Timcast right now.
Really?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
Like
gonna
right
be
now?
a good episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Air?
watch that after
Is that
this.
gonna air?
Yeah, it's airing right now.
That's
I'm
gonna be a
listen to
great
that.
episode.
Can I listen to Timcast?
Yeah, and Spotify
YouTube?
and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. I always forget, dude. I'm so stupid. Every Tuesday, like my Monday and Tuesdays, I don't have anything to listen to at work. Right? Like I'll put on the High Wire, but the High Wire's I talk about the High Wire all the time. The High Wire is kind of rough because it's so much information.
Yeah, it's like you sit down, and you almost want to like visualize some of the stuff he's talking about.
Yeah, like it is a better one to watch and stuff. Like you listen to the High Wire if you want to learn if you want to talk to people and know what the fuck you're talking about, you watch or listen to the High Wire.
He gives you a pretty good overview of like
It just
whatever
gives
the issue
you
is.
it's just information, bro. Like it's just straight
really good.
information.
But I do feel
Is he
because it's
funny,
like,
or
it's-
is he more
it's
like-
numbery? It's
Very numbery. It's
and-
it's because he's reading. They're going off of data. You know,
Yeah.
they're showing you data and studies and everything like that, and they're talking about it, and that's why it's letting you know how to explain it to people. But anyways, so on my Tuesdays and Mondays, I don't. Tripley doesn't post anything. The other podcasts I do don't post anything, and so I'm always like, don't have anything, and I just forget that Timcast exists.
It's every day too.
Yeah.
Every day. He's
Gotta
had
get on
Steve
that.
Bannon on. He's had Steve Bannon.
And I'm
just
really
got
picky,
arrested,
and I'm
too.
picky with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What do you
know.
mean based on like who his guest is?
yeah,
Okay. What's like your
Joe only
threshold
drops,
for who
drops,
you would watch?
basically, if Jim's like, this episode's really good, listen to it. That's like what I
Yeah.
know.
Gotcha.
Or like, if it's like he had like Neil Blomkamp on, and like I like Neil Blomkamp,
Yeah.
someone I know.
Okay.
No, but and Rogan only drops like I think 3 times a week too.
He drops that much a week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought he was only once a
Timcast
week.
is every day, and that's a good. It's a good like. He reads the news, so it's like there's definitely an opinion, which there will always be on the news. Like it's somebody reading the news, but he's reading like a bunch of different sources of news, and he's pretty robotic about it. And it makes it good though,
Yeah.
like almost Ben Shapiro-esque.
He points out hypocrisy from
Yeah.
both sides
For
if there is
sure.
any.
Yeah.
And of course people
He's
label
labeled
him.
him
Yes.
right wing extremist.
Exactly, like some sort of
Yeah.
right wing fanatic. I'm like, man, this guy's not right wing enough, bro.
There's another good podcast that just came out. It's a branch off of a podcast I used to listen to, called the No Mercy podcast with Tommy G, and his co-host is his cousin Bob, and he goes by like Sideshow Bob or Bob's Lessons. And Bob, this dude, I think he's our age. I'm pretty sure he's our age. He's Italian.
Okay.
They're Italian, and just throw that in there for you, Enzo.
Just thank you. I appreciate it. It's always a good shout out.
But so anyways, so Tommy G was pretty kind of famous in a way, but then Bob, his cousin, got some hype too for making like parody music videos, especially he made like Biden ones during the election that would go viral.
Okay.
Right. But he was always like the real conspiracy theorist on the No Mercy show. Like he was talking conspiracy and stuff, and he started his own podcast called Question the Narrative.
Okay.
We're plugging some podcasts today.
Yeah, it's funny.
But it's
'cause
all
I
right,
talked
'cause
about this
you
before.
did.
It's weird.
What?
Made it happen.
Before this, he was like, man, I don't want to be. Or he's like, they have these channels that just comment about other content creators.
Yes, like about like there's like podcasts about like other podcasts.
That's okay.
Of course, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's the
we got
way-
like because these are I listen to these because these are people that I feel have a different view on the world and have a more realistic view on the world. And
I'm
and
talking
the
about more like
possibilities.
a podcast about like, and it's like it's analyzing like the subscribers and like the up.
Yeah,
there's
like
weird-
they're
there's-
trying to like make
there's podcasts about making podcasts, and I'm
Yeah.
like, hold on,
Okay.
like what is going on here? Like,
yeah,
like,
subscribe, share.
right? Yeah, I'm like, hold on, about your podcast, making a podcast, like it's wild. It's just like it's so it's like you're getting into it too far. Like I like it more of like I understand what you're doing now. It's like a book club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to talk about these podcasts
Yeah.
because I want
'Cause
people to
they're
listen
legit.
to them.
Yeah.
And the one
You know,
I was
and-
more describing was like this podcast is a shitty podcast. I'm not even going to plug it because it's shitty and I don't know the name of it. But they just like they're obsessed with the other people's like internet fame, and they follow the internet fame of the other people
by
talking about
You
it.
guys are confusing me.
It's
It's weird.
confusing. It is confusing, like especially when I'm like I wanted to make a podcast. Yeah, it's a crazy world. It's a Inception-esque world. Like it really feels like a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. Like
it's the metaverse, dude.
it is.
We're going there, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You're watching people. Yeah, it's weird. Ready Player One shit. It's about to happen.
Oh yeah.
All you gamers are fucked, dude, because it's gonna be sick. All right, like it's about to be sick. Like, and you're gonna.
Oh,
be
yeah.
you're in it. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Like if you're into video games, like you're already like one step into the metaverse. Like I remember seeing people play like World of Warcraft and stuff and being like, "This is fucked up." Like
Yeah, like they haven't left. They
I
haven't,
got
like,
into
changed
that
it-
for a while.
They haven't
Yeah.
changed their clothes in
Yeah.
like fucking
I mean, I
3
wasn't
days.
that bad, but I got into it.
but you could have, right? It could have got you.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause
it's just more like you could just totally like give up on your responsibilities and just get into this like world.
It's a
and this
different,
lore.
different life.
Yeah,
like a new life.
you know how you like lore of like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
When it's something that has deep and rich lore, it's like, yeah, you can just get.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything wrong with like
No.
getting into some video games at all. You know, like
No, but I'm saying if you're
I do
obsessed,
it.
You're about to be like.
You're
But
about-
yeah,
you're
when
about
you
to
get
be-
to if you're
you're about to
obsessed
be
with
fucked.
it, because there is that limit. There's like
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with like getting in some games. There's nothing wrong with being like a gamer. You know.
No.
But then like if you're like a gamer, like this shit could start affecting you.
Yeah,
Especially
I mean,
if you're not making
there's
money
like
and shit.
rehab like clinics for that shit.
Exactly.
Like because, but in reality, like they really want everyone like that. It's just like anything. Like you see it. I used to always make fun of everyone on their phones because like whenever they get in their phones, they'd be in the glow.
Yeah.
Because I was like trying to be all like hippy dippy
Like,
and like not.
I don't use my phone.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not gonna be
into
connected.
electronics.
Yeah, and Jim's like, "You're a fucking idiot for like you're just on your phone," as he's slamming like 30 beers.
Yeah, but seeing the truth. So you're not.
Talk-
time.
he's slamming 30 beers, but he's talking about fucking Saturn, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He knew. He knew
and,
back then.
and gravity. To be
Yeah, he
honest,
knew back then,
I
too.
wrote some shit about gravity.
Like some notes.
some
Jim's been
long-
anti-gravity for a long time.
without even knowing it because it was a drunken
epiphany you had.
epiphany. Yeah, like I used to get magical sometimes.
Jim, it was like your tool.
Germs?
It was
Hey.
like your tool to like.
Germs, bro. I knew that they were fake. I did.
What do you mean?
I
Jim,
did.
it's true.
I know, but what do you mean?
I
by that?
remember
What
we
does
got-
that mean?
We got in a
Germs.
huge fight at your place in Grand Valley.
Okay.
We got in a huge fight because Jim kept talking about how animals are smarter than us.
I still think that. I was going to talk to you about that with
Jim
the
would-
bird.
No,
For
he
real.
said that with the bird. He was like, "Dude, birds are smarter than us. He's looking at us like we're dumb monkeys." He was saying. And I was like,
I was. I remember that at that bonfire, right? We were at the bonfire.
No, we were outside of his apartment.
Oh, we were.
Yeah,
Okay.
this was after your car got towed.
my car
"Dude,
got towed.
yeah, that was a dark time,
Dude.
for me too. That
Yeah.
whole 4 years was a dark time."
That was fucked up.
Your car got towed.
Yeah, I
and then we
remember.
all got. Who was it? It was like
Dude,
me, you,
Enzo
Joe.
fucked us that night. Enzo fucked
Oh yeah,
us.
Yeah, dude, I was a shitty friend that night.
I've been wanting to bring this shit up on
Yeah,
this
you
podcast.
gotta do it, dude.
I've been wanting to.
We're gonna get to it.
yeah, we are right now.
Right now. Enzo thinks he's controlling the
Enzo's
show.
like, yeah. We're
gonna
gonna get
talk
to
about
that.
it.
See you next week on the Secret Hideout podcast, where we might talk about Enzo's mishap.
He's like, cut it. Cut it.
I can't be on this part.
Cut it.
Tell him about it, Jim.
To be honest, I don't even remember exactly the story.
I don't. Yeah, I remember I got hammered up there, but I remember that we went up there to see you. It was like you went away to Enzo was like, we all were high school buddies, close, and Enzo was going off to college. He was like our first friend that was actually going away to college, and we were going to visit you.
Yeah.
And it was when you were in Grand Valley and you just joined the
It
frat.
was my second year.
Yeah,
or
hold
my
on.
I remember
first
getting
year?
pissed
Can
at
I?
you.
Will
I got
you show
pissed
me the
at you.
handshake.
I can do the handshake too. I remember it.
You
yeah.
do?
Yeah.
And
You can't do it on here, bro.
No, it's cool.
it
We don't
on
have to
here.
do it on
Family
here.
will
But
kill.
would you do it now?
He's
I mean,
There's a point.
you're
See?
you're like part of
Publicly
that.
or privately?
This is like you know fraternities are
Yeah.
based off of like these secret cults and shit that worship Saturn and everything,
dude,
bro.
I
Secret
always
societies,
wondered that.
man.
I always wondered that.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you ever tap into any of that, like with the fraternity?
not that no. Like,
I forget.
no.
Dude,
like,
I got so mad at you when you joined the frat, bro.
honestly, dude, some of those guys ended up being like awesome friends. Like my
Oh, yeah,
boy
we
Freddie,
met
dude.
some. We
Yeah.
met some of them.
Some of the
Some of
guys
them
ended
were really
up being
cool.
They all took care of us that night.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, so really
Yeah,
cool.
dude. I mean, you're off.
I was mad at you because it was like a two thing. It was like, how are you joining why are you going to join a
Yeah.
fucking frat?
Yeah.
And then it was also like an anger thing of like you leaving
The friend group.
the friend
group.
Yeah.
and joining a frat.
Yeah.
You know,
I got
like-
you. I never thought about it that way. Like dude, let me tell you, like that was a dark time for me. I was away at school. I didn't have any friends that went there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
literally, I was like one of 3 people that went to Grand Valley. And I kind of was just like, dude, I didn't want to be not.
No, it was fine. Like
Yeah.
it was like Enzo. Like, why are you going to college and joining a frat? Like, why aren't you staying with us and
With
fucking
at
your
home.
life up with us?
Bro, you guys didn't include me in the band. Otherwise, I
Right.
probably would be still
Fuck
like.
your life up like us. Damn it.
You guys were all like, you guys all had your instruments and your thing going, like. So I was like doing my thing.
Yeah, we were worshiping the devil.
Satan,
you were going
you know.
away to a nice Christian college.
It wasn't really.
It's kind of Christian.
That college
little bit
sucked,
over
bro.
there.
Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
remember
low-key.
you invited us, and like I was kind of excited about it. I was like, oh, like we're gonna get to go to like a frat party,
Real party.
like
yeah.
a frat party you see on fucking TV and shit, bro.
Yeah, like,
I remember
not another
getting
teen
there.
movie.
I remember getting there, and like we went to a party, and the party was going pretty cool. It was a Halloween party.
Yeah, it was like a Halloween party. Yeah.
There's people dressed up. We weren't dressed up. I don't
Yeah.
think.
we weren't dressed up, and
It was just at a house. It was at
it
someone's
was a house, but it was like we were all starting to get drunk, and
Yeah.
like we were talking to people and stuff, and it was starting to get a little rowdy. And then all of a sudden, it was just like it was like 11 o'clock, and everyone was like, "All right, party's over."
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Why did they
And
end it?
that's what happened is you.
Oh, I was already out.
You were gone.
Yeah,
you
dude.
fucking left
I-
us,
I-
bro.
I got in a
we
big
were in
fight
some
with my
house.
girlfriend.
We were in some house that
Yeah.
we didn't know anybody. Right. It was all a bunch of frat dudes. We're like wearing girl pants
What?
with long hair. Like in a band
Yeah.
with frat dudes.
yeah, but
you know?
they were. No one was mean to you, were they? Do you guys remember?
Well, no, because we know how to handle ourselves
I
in
know,
those
yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just saying, like that's like not good
was-
territory for a lot of people.
Yeah. It was my bad, guys.
So,
was
so
my bad.
I just remember though that the party ending, and then we were like, "What do you mean the party's ending?" Like, and they're like, "Oh, parties end at 11 here,"
They did.
and we're like, "Yeah, swear to God!" And they're like, "Parties end at 11 here." We're like, what the
Man.
fuck? And it was like it's a dry school.
Yeah.
It's a dry fucking town.
Yeah.
And then
Was this like 2006?
yeah, it's for
This
sure.
is
Yeah.
And
dude,
so-
2005, 2006.
yeah, and so our band's popping off at that time.
guys were partying
right?
at home
So like
and shit.
we were partying. We
Yeah.
knew how to party then. We're getting told that the party's over at fucking 11 o'clock, and it's
Yeah.
like, well,
What?
Jim's only like 4 beers in.
Yeah, I know, dude. You guys.
Okay, Jim ain't making out with your girlfriend yet. Like,
So that's how
party's
you know. Yeah.
party's not over yet. What are you talking about?
Or you or,
Or
somebody.
him, or-
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then it was like, oh, the party's over, and then we're like, well, fuck. All right, well, we're like, where's Enzo? Like, looking around for Enzo, looking around. It was me, you, and Joe,
Yeah.
and
Only you 3 were there?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the rest of the guys came.
No, it's just us.
And then someone's like, oh, Enzo left,
Yeah. That was not.
and we're like, what do you mean Enzo left? I'm like, and so we're at this we're at this house. Nobody's partying anymore because everyone's going home and go to bed.
We're trying to find a ride
A ride.
back to your place.
Your place.
Which we don't even know where it is.
Yeah. that's another
So
thing.
how did you guys get back?
Well, we ended up
One of your
hooking up
brothers,
with
bro.
One of the fraternity
Okay, yeah,
brothers.
dude.
One of your
Drove you
brothers.
back?
No, he drove us to his place
Yes.
which was where
And he took us in.
It was an
We don't know.
apartment.
It was an
I'm
apartment.
trying to think where, because I remember though you ended up someplace at my place, didn't you?
The next morning, we stayed at one of your brother's places, and he fucking hooked us up with beer, put on a fucking Eagles DVD.
Dude.
Oh, dude, Aldrich's place. Yeah, I remember.
He put on the
That was
Eagles
sick.
DVD
Yeah.
performance.
That's a good. That was a
gave
good
us
house.
beer and food, and then let us bitch about you.
Yeah. Man.
And then the next day, Jim's car was missing because it got towed.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you didn't tell him.
was this the Altima?
Yes.
It was- that wasn't really. I don't even know if I
was
want to
pro-
talk about it. That was
My bad, guys. That was a bad one. I know.
because I got fucking pissed.
You were
And
pissed.
then Jim's car got towed, and then we got in a big fight about Jim saying animals were smarter than humans.
That's where that happened.
Yes.
Yes.
That was when we were outside of your apartment.
So that was the next morning.
Next morning.
Yeah, you weren't. You never came
And
back.
I remember when we first got to your place. We were at your place, and a bunch of your brothers came over. Your fraternity brothers came over, and
Yeah.
we were playing beer pong.
Beer pong.
And we put on Every Time I Die.
Yeah, and they were probably not.
And
into
they
it.
were like making fun of us and making fun of the music. They're like, "Oh, this shit's like cut my wrist music," and we were
Yeah.
just like, "Bro, these dudes would like out party every
Yeah.
single one of you." You
Yeah.
know, like,
Dude, it's different over there, man. It's like you said, it was like a dry campus. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was west side of the state, but
Probably get along with these guys now.
oh, they're cool. Yeah, they're good. I don't.
Who was the dude? Who was the dude that
His name. He's actually.
Well, don't.
Yeah, my
Where's he
bad.
live?
I actually don't know where he is, but
Hey, where's this Nazi live?
yeah, I don't know where he lives, but he was a cool dude, man. I mean, some of the guys, you know, they were. Yeah, you might want to timestamp that part.
It's all right. We've all done it.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it was a different time, dude. Wasn't definitely not proud of that. I mean,
No,
if I could go back, I would definitely.
Like the more we
do
got,
that
the more we got
It's,
into it.
it's actually a good story though. Like it, I'm glad it happened. It gives me like a good story.
Well,
like
I'm
a
glad
fun-
we're
it's a
still
fun
like,
story.
In touch, you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
it
I wouldn't
wasn't-
have wanted that to be the end. You know
no,
what I
it
mean?
wasn't like
Yeah.
anything of that seriousness.
Yeah.
It
No,
was-
but like you know
at that time though, it was pretty pivotal of like where we went.
where we were.
Yeah, and where we went to, and then we ended up. We always end up mashing up. It all mashes somewhere.
Coming
Like,
back later
yeah,
on,
for
yeah.
sure. Like, I mean, like Jake said, like, what were you gonna do? Stay home and pretend that you were gonna be a rock star like we were? Like, I mean, is that a reality? No, you know.
No,
so,
it wasn't for me.
Yeah,
That's,
so
you know,
but whatever. I mean, there's no hard feelings towards it. Just fun memories, more or less.
yeah, dude.
There was why it was a fun night. It was an eventful.
It was
night.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
looking-
I mean, you guys definitely showed me.
It's a funny story to tell too.
The thing is, I wish you guys would have been able to come up. I don't know, like at different parties or at different times, or I mean, Jim came up to Western one time. That was fun, but
You fucked me then.
no, dude,
I think I remember hearing about this.
bro,
All right, we can't go visit Enzo at colleges no more.
this guy fell asleep on the front.
No, he left me.
Bro, you wanted to keep partying. I was like, I can't make it anymore. I'm going down.
Yeah, it's like fucking 11:30 probably.
It probably was.
You were probably all Grand Valley, trained.
dude.
You're like, parties are done, man.
Parties end at 11, man.
Jim's like, I'm gonna stay here. You go ahead.
No, I was. You didn't fuck me. I did. I was just like, I'm gonna go party. And I'm
Probably
gonna
at that
go.
point, I felt guilty, and I
And
was like,
dude, I fucking walked around Kalamazoo, and I got lost as fuck. Ended up walking around all night long, like the whole night. And I ended up eating breakfast at this place. Like I was up all night.
This story.
And I remember I freestyled this guy outside of a house party, and I fucking murdered. I fucking murdered.
Jim's probably real drunk. He was like, hey, motherfucker, animals are smarter than humans. Animals are
No,
smart.
dude.
THUG is
No.
the mentality.
No.
We thugging.
That was when my bars were hot. When I could
Yeah.
freestyle when I was drunk.
Okay.
I would get into some character work and stuff and start doing some crazy stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
character work?
Remember when I would do like the voices, like the
Yeah.
different voices? That was this time. But then I ended up walking all night and I had no idea where you lived. And I kept walking and I was like, I don't know if I'm going north, south. I ended up getting into the city and eating breakfast that morning. I'd been up all night walking the streets of
Yeah.
Kalamazoo with like crackheads and shit.
I don't know how.
Like,
This is when I was like, dude, this guy's a wild man. I don't know, like, what the.
I
didn't know what to do, bro.
I get back to his house. So this is where he fucked me. I get back to his house. The house is locked.
Oh,
All locked up.
I had roommates. It wasn't me.
And
that
I'm
did it.
banging on the windows and stuff, and no one's answering. So I end up sleeping. I slept
outside. I know, Matt, dude. I was like, I woke up the next morning and I was like, bro, this guy's like something different, man. I don't know how the fuck this guy does it. I was like probably in bed by 11:30, 12.
Yeah, I wasn't even mad at you though. I don't think. I think it was all my choice. It was my adventure.
You were
for
wild,
sure.
bro.
I was out looking for an adventure that night, and I went and found it. I walked around Kalamazoo. Like I was drunk when I started, and I wasn't drunk at the end. So you know what I mean? Like I was like,
Yeah.
and I remember running out of cigarettes, and I was like so pissed, and I had to wait till like a liquor store opened or something or gas station. Yeah, it was an
Oh,
eventful
you were
night.
street, man. You were.
I was
back
out there.
then. You
I was
were
out there getting it.
You were getting
By stealing Red Bulls.
I was on a bench, probably Red Bull Bandit, dude.
It was the Red Bull Bandit.
Red Bull Bandit. Yeah, I was out there.
Yeah.
I was living life to the fullest for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd taken I didn't want any moment.
You were in the moment all the
yes,
time, dude.
Yes, for a second, and that's all because of a summer camp trip we took.
Doing
And-
LSD.
and I think I did a lot.
Watching the Flaming Lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last day I did like 9 hits of acid or something stupid because it wasn't working. And it was my first time doing hallucinogens. And
Yeah.
I was like, why aren't these working? And
No drugs work on the last day
No.
of a festival.
What do you
No.
mean? What do you mean?
Like when you go to a music festival,
You're just so
drugs
like,
just don't work on the last day.
Hmm.
You know, like you get something, but they really just don't work.
and I think
yeah,
I
because you've already
accidentally-
like burnt
Yeah,
out.
because like you're the whole time, the 3 days prior, you're just like fucking frying yourself
Yeah.
on everything. So
Okay.
by the third day, by the last day, your
Your
body's like,
dopamine's depleted,
Yeah.
and you're just not like now with the knowledge I have now with like 5-HTP and stuff. I think you could handle that differently, like
yeah.
and dopamine, like enhancers and stuff, supplements.
Oh,
different
I was like, I
supplements.
didn't even know what you were talking about.
5-HTP. It's like
I mean, I'm sure if you take like a triple stack fucking e-pill on your third day,
yeah.
like it's gonna work.
You'll be all right.
You'll
Yeah.
be all right. But
and I ended up the last day I took a lot of acid. I took way too much acid, and I didn't think it was working. I was like, why do it's nothing? I'm not
So what
feeling
happened
any
then?
different. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it changed me.
Forever.
well, what happened was it ruined his life.
No, it made me okay with like whatever. I don't know. It made me definitely like stop sweating small stuff, and it was. I came back and I was like, everybody has to go to a music festival. It was like the best drug I ever tried was going to a music festival. I was like, I came back. I mean, mind you, like I took a lot of LSD the last day, so it might have been.
This was like music festivals were like different then.
Yeah.
we were.
No,
they were.
Music festivals were different because they were. And I remember our first time we went to a music festival with Jeff, summer camp.
That was this one.
This one you're talking about. We talked about that, how like it was like being part of a secret society.
Yes.
Okay, because music festivals weren't mainstream.
Yeah.
This was before they were like
is
like
like
they
in the
were
beginning.
big. Like
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
get me wrong, like they were still huge, but this was before like
Coachella.
everybody was
like,
going to Coachella
Yeah.
and shit like that. Like
They weren't mainstream. Let's just be
yeah,
real.
they weren't like mainstream.
It was. If you heard of this, it was really, people in the '90s were hip to them
Mm-hmm.
because they were kind of happening in,
Woodstock.
Yeah, they've been happening.
yeah.
Don't
But they're not.
Murphy.
no, hey, Murphy.
But
That's
yeah,
a demon. That's a
it was
Saturn
just different.
demon.
Like about 3 years after our first summer camp, that's when it started. Like everybody on like social media is like, I'm going to Electric Forest, I'm going
Yeah.
to Coachella, I'm at blah blah blah. Like it was just everywhere, music festival.
Stop being an
summer,
authentic experience.
There's probably something to do with social media ruining that for sure.
Yeah,
Be-
and then
making it
and then
less about
summer
the
camp started.
experience.
Then you started seeing the effects of it by going to it because like all of a sudden it was like way more packed. it was way more like corporate sponsorships there and everything like that. There's like
yeah.
way more
A lot more electronic
corporation,
music probably too.
a lot more
Oh, yeah.
electronic music happening and stuff like that.
Syncing us with those negative energies and syncing us to like drone.
So what's going on?
Because I remember
Getting us
our
ready
first
for meta.
I remember
Travis Scott concert.
after the event he's talking about, when we got back, like I would try to explain to people what we went to. I'd be like, yeah, we went to this 4-day music festival. We like camped out and just did drugs all fucking weekend and listened to dope ass music. And like, I try to explain, like, we walked through the forest and that was like the place where you bought drugs and people would come out of the shadows and try to either sell you drugs or buy drugs off you and shit. And I just remember trying to tell people and like nobody like could get it. Like nobody understood it.
Yeah.
They'd just be like, oh, that sounds weird. Like I couldn't explain it to anybody.
And they're like, what happened to Jim?
And they're like, Jim's
totally different.
Jim's talking about animals and
He's talking about-
Jake's not wearing shoes. You know,
Yeah, that was the thing. Like it was like it was I guess like a coming of age ritual.
I went
know?
to Bonnaroo like a year or 2 years after you guys went to summer camp because you guys
Yes.
influenced me
yeah.
to try to go to one. But that was already once it was already started getting more. Well, Bonnaroo is more
Bonnaroo's
corporate.
kind of always been that
Yeah.
way, but
Yeah.
still, I think a festival environment is just like
Yeah.
I remember my brother went to Bonnaroo
way back when.
way
Back in the
when.
day, yeah.
Yeah, like fucking probably at least 3 or 4 years before we went to
03
our,
or something. 03
No,
or
it was after graduation.
After
he-
our graduation?
No, after his.
he graduated in 01.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, maybe about 03
03,
then. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. And I remember him coming home, and I was like, "Oh, how was it?" And he was different.
Yeah.
He was like, He's like, "I can't explain it to you,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he probably fucking punched me or something.
Dude, it would have been. Sometimes I think it would have been awesome to be like that age that we were at, but pre-social media, like when his brother went through it.
I think it was pre-social media when we went. Or I don't know. I
No,
was
we had-
pretty disconnected from social media.
No,
I just mean,
MySpace.
like-
MySpace was
It was dying
Like in the
No, it
90s,
wasn't.
though.
no.
Yeah.
MySpace was still hot.
at that time.
Yeah, MySpace was still hot.
I don't know.
I thought
about
MySpace was
Yeah.
done like in 7th or 8th grade, you guys,
No,
wasn't it?
bro. I didn't even
No.
get a MySpace until the end of my senior year.
that. Yeah.
That's like when MySpace came out, was in our senior year.
Oh, shit. I
Yeah.
thought that's when Facebook came out.
So MySpace was still hot.
Facebook. You had a Facebook.
I had Facebook in like my first year of college. I had it, yeah.
You're only
You're only allowed to at first in college
Yeah.
because that's where he made it. Like
Yeah.
Zuckerberg made it.
you had to have a college. I remember you having a Facebook because you had a college email.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is some stupid this is a fucking club.
Yeah.
This is a club that only the elites are allowed in.
And then,
Facebook was.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was good to go to like find parties and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That
I
ended
mean,
at 11
for sure.
o'clock, but whatever.
Yeah. But with that, Jim, why don't you tell everyone where they can find us?
Check us out on YouTube at Secret Hideout Podcast. Make sure you go to the Twitter at Secret Hideout 17 and send us some ideas. Send us some show stuff.
Hey, do we have like an email?
We do. Secret Hideout Podcast at gmail.com.
Send us an email. Like if you got like something you want us to talk about or
Yeah.
questions about things. If you know something and you want to hear our stupid take on it.
Or
send-
direct message us on Instagram.
Send us
whatever.
a message or an email and shit. We'll read that shit
Yeah,
on the show.
for sure.
But yeah, so with that, don't listen to a word we say because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. And like always, do your own research and we will catch you on the flip side.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.